Good morning everybody, how are you today? I hope you're well. I'm feeling tired this morning after all my work yesterday. Trying to get rid of that rat wore me out, but I was in bed late last night as well, so trying to edit my video. Right, sorry, that's the kettle. I'm just going to get my breakfast, but it's been raining this morning and it's stopped now, so I'm just going to go and check on my work that I did yesterday on the shed and see if there's been any sign of the rat and see if he's been back. It doesn't look like he's got in through there, which is good. All this is going off now. What I decided to do was, with the stuff that was left, was I built a raised area to cover the gap in the door, so there's now a little lip, but that'll also stop it when this floods, stop it going in the woodshed. I'm just going to go in and have a look, see what the situation is this morning. He was around here, can't see any sign, so that's good. I can't see any signs on the wood, so yeah, maybe that's how he was getting in, but don't like the idea of him hiding up there. So what I've done is I've sealed all the bags so he can't get in the bags, and in here is fir cones and I use them as firelighters, so I've put them in these tubs. These are the tubs that were out the pantry, and I collect these in the garden in the summer, dry them out, and then I usually keep them in a big bag, but I'm going to keep them in these tubs for now. So basically all I'm going to do is just fill this with wood and nothing else. Everything else can go in the garage. So in those two bags there is just kindling that I chopped from the garden, but it doesn't look like he came back this way last night, so that's a relief. So it was worth all the effort yesterday to do that job. We've also got a lock on here so the door can't blow open. Put that on because it's a bit windy today. What I also want to do is fix the drains, because apparently, doing some research on YouTube, this type of drain pipe they can climb up because it's gritty on the inside. So I want to put a cap over the bottom so the water can get through. I'm just going to do it out of mesh, but yeah, then the water can get out but he can't get up. This type of drain pipe they can't get up because it's too slippy, and then this one here is a really big one which apparently they can get in there, and I've got one round the front of the house as well. So I'm going to do that today because I've been lying awake thinking about it in the night. I just don't want it getting in the house. So I also had to fix my slate yesterday because I'm not sure that if that's how the mice get in. And there's a big hole, so I put some fresh slate on that, so hopefully that'll work. I can't fill in all the holes because the bats come in and out that way. We do have bats, so I need to check around here and check there's no holes under the slate there. But yeah, this downspout is plastic, so it doesn't need doing, and the others around the side I've got grid covers on them. So the fish are asleep, look. My fish are asleep. Just sitting there. I thought it was really strange when I first saw it, but fish do sleep, you know. Look, there he goes. So yeah, happy with that. I'm just going to go and check my drain. I put a piece of slate over it, keep the muck out. Yes, that seems to still be in place, so that's good. Right, happy. Very wet here today. We've just had a big deluge of rain. And, oh, I've got a rose. Oh, nice red rose. These little flowers are very pretty. These are the Dyer's chamomile. And this is one of the lobelia that I got from Morrison's. Isn't that pretty? Very pretty. Antirrhinums are in flower as well. Geraniums have still got some flowers on. But everything's starting to finish off now, early. Look at the colour of that heather, isn't it beautiful? But you know, I can't get in the garden, it's far too wet. I want to do the grass, but it just won't stop raining. It's raining again now, look. Right, I'm going to go and get my breakfast, wait for the rain to stop, and then I'm going to come and tidy all this mess. So I've come in for respite from the rain and have my breakfast. So I don't know whether you remember, but in May I was doing my polytunnel. For any of my long-term viewers will probably remember that. Well, I found myself a little bit of a bottle dump in the garden. And it was quite a common thing in old Victorian properties that they used to just dump the bottles and bury them. And I found myself a nice little dump under the wall, where obviously when people have come out of the house, they've just gone to the wall and chucked it over the wall. Because at one point the wall on the yard used to be, I just have conifer trees all the way along the wall. How on earth people had any light in the house, I don't know. Maybe that's why they built it with big windows. But yeah, so I thought you might like to see the bottles that I've found. So I've put them together and I'll just turn you around and I'll show you what I found. So the first thing I found was a wine bottle, and it was this one. Got a beautiful, don't know whether you can see, deep bottom to it, and it's hand blown and it's absolutely beautiful. It's gorgeous. I just found that under a tree at the front. So that was one of the things I found. When I was clearing, I found this at the bottom of the wall, and it's Patterson's. It says Patterson's & Co Limited on the front. It's not a very deep bottle. No idea about any of the history to it. I need to look it up. But I just think it's a beautiful bottle because it's got the writing on it. And yeah, it may have been a squash bottle, but I think it's been a cheap wine bottle or a beer bottle. But yeah, Patterson's & Co. And then the other thing I found recently, which is just having a wash, is this bottle. And it's R White London and Birmingham it's got written on it. And it's an old lemonade bottle, R White's bottle. And it's got this gorgeous, if I can undo it, put it on a bit tight. It's got this lovely stopper on it, screw top stopper. And it's got R White and Son Limited London written on the top, and that just screws on. It's just a screw top bottle, and I'm not sure of the age, could be 1920s, 30s, something like that, not sure, but that was just dumped under the wall. And as I say, that's R White written on the front as well, on the label on the front, so that's really nice. So that's having a soak because it was full of soil. This one needs to have a soak in some bicarb because it's full of soil as well. I found this little bottle, which is really cute. I've got another one of these somewhere, but I can't find it at the moment. And I think these are old bottles for TCP, but I'm not sure. It could be a shots bottle from when you used to get the little bottles of shots of whiskey and things like that. But yeah, that was buried where I excavated for the polytunnel. All these now were buried where I excavated for the polytunnel. There's this beautiful bottle. Now this is my favourite. It's got teaspoons marked on it. I don't know whether you can see that in the light. And then it's got these little notches along the side of the bottle, and it's got teaspoons written on it. Now I've done a bit of research on this, and the general consensus is it's an old medicine bottle for measuring out medicines. Now I don't know whether a doctor lived here before me, but that would make sense for the bottles that I found. So yeah, teaspoons. I just really love this. I just think this is really nice, really vintage, really old. And it would have had a little stopper in the top. So I'd love to be able to find a little stopper that would fit in the top. And I keep that on display in the kitchen, out the way of my husband. I found this one as well. Now I'm not sure if this is a medicine bottle as well. It could be an alcohol bottle. Can't smell anything in it. It's been there a long time. It has been cleaned. But just with age, with being in the soil and all the mud just building up over time, yeah, it's very dirty inside. So that's that one. Another one I found is this Bovril bottle. These are quite common in the garden. I found another two that are still buried that I need to get out, but it's been too wet. And this bottle is also this bottle, which I found in the cupboard. It was Gordon's. So obviously he liked his Bovril. So this must be one of his that he's lobbed over the wall. It's got Bovril written on the side. 2 ounce as well. And then it's got Bovril Limited. And then this one is 125 grams. So this is a 4 ounce one. 2006 this one. They didn't change the style of the jars very much. And then this is a 2 ounce. So that's them. I also found an old Kilner style jar. This one. Which is very nice. It says Pan Yan on the side. So I don't know anything about it. It's got some numbers on the bottom. But it's a lovely old Kilner style jar. So maybe it was something that was brought back during the war. And sadly it's damaged, so it can't be used, but I can use it for flowers. And I believe this one is a salad cream bottle. Unfortunately it succumbed to the rake and I broke it. But yeah, apparently this is a Heinz bottle. It's got Heinz written on the bottom. Heinz & Co. And I just love the shape of this. I think it's really pretty shape. I do remember salad cream bottles like this in my house when I was little. My mum used to have a white lid on it and a label on the front with Heinz salad cream written on it. So yeah, that's a nice little memory for me from my childhood that I found buried in this garden. So that was that. I've also found a few of these. I've got quite a few of these. And again, I think they may have been medicine bottles. Because this was the way you used to buy your medicines at one time. So yeah, nice deep bottle again. Similar age to this one. Similar style. So that's what makes me think they're medicine bottles. So yeah. So I've got quite a few of them. And then this one. This is gorgeous. Lovely little pottery one. Don't know how old it is. But I do use it. It's got a crack in it, unfortunately. It would have had a cork in the top. It's lovely. As I say, I don't know how old it is. It's definitely handmade. And it would have had a cork in the top. So I've no idea what this would have been used for. But it's beautiful. So I just thought you might like to have a look through my bottles and see what I've got. I do have more, but these are just what I've found here and dug up in the garden, and especially this lot when I was doing the polytunnel. Oh, and that one. So they're what I've just found around the place lying round, and these are what I've dug up. So yeah, I'm just going to get my cup of tea and then I'm going to go outside. See you in a bit. Right, so I've got my tape measure and we're going to measure the length of this 1 inch by 1 inch wood. You can use any wood you've got. You can use 2x1, 2x2, whatever you want. This is just what I've got. Now this is 50.5 centimetres. So we're going to make it 75 centimetres each side. So I just need a pen. Well, in fact, no, I'll manage without a pen. Show you how amateur I am. I'll use my wheelbarrow. And I'm going to cut it 75 centimetres. Right, I'll show you how quick it is to make, because I want to make it before my husband comes home in the next 20 minutes. So let's see if we can get it done in that time, shall we? So I'm going to make it 75 and a bit. Right, because we can always even it out when we come to put the pins in. So 20 minutes and we'll have a weaving loom, promise you. Right, just nip that there. So you'll be able to make wraps, you'll be able to make shawls, you'll be able to make table runners, anything you want. So there's our 2 lengths of timber. I've got my 2 pieces of timber. I've got my 2 lengths of wood. So I'm not going to bother cutting that, because that's probably about scarf length. So let's have a look. That is 2 metres. That's a good length for a scarf, that is. Right. Put you in another position so you can see what I'm doing. That any better? There you go. Right. So this is going to be our top here, like that. Need a couple of screws. You could use nails if you want. Just find some screws. Right, I can't find any big screws, so I'm just going to have to make do with what I've got. So this is definitely make do amend. They're not quite long enough, but they'll do for now. Make sure you pre-drill the hole first. Don't do what I've just done. You rest your wood. It doesn't rush in. Right, just turn that piece over. Got a drill bit on my drill. You see that? Just a thin one. And then the screw. There you go, it's one in. Glue it if you want, but I want it so I can take it apart. Right, that's one end. Like I say, you could glue it if you wanted, but I don't want to, because I want to take it apart. Also, if you wanted to, you could put some brackets on, but I don't want to do that either. So next what you want to do is you want to measure for your nails. And these are the nails I'm using. These are just ordinary nails from the builder's shop. I paid, well, the 2-inch, and I paid about £1.99 I think for a big massive bag. Can't find my hammer. So I'm going to use the back of my axe, the flat bit of my axe. So I'm going to put my nails 1/2 inch apart. I reckon that would be a good measurement. So I'm going to start 1 inch in, roughly. You want it in the centre of the wood. And what I'm going to do is, because the wood's starting to split, I'm going to pre-drill. That'll be better. And then what you can do then Right, I've changed now to using these smaller panel pins. They're better than the other ones. They were £6 a box and you get 500 grams. So I think they'll work better. The other ones are too thick for the wood. I must remember I need to hit them in an inch big. These ones are bigger. Oh no, they're the same size. So my first one's going to be an inch in, as I said before, and then a ½ inch all the way across. So now you can mark the wood with the nail, make life easier for yourself. So I'll just finish this and then I'll come back and show you the finished loom. So I've done that run, that's one side, let me just show you. That's one side done. Now I've done 57 nails along the top. So it's probably about 30 inches wide. So that's going to be great, absolutely fantastic. I'll just get the tape measure on it and I'll have a look. Right, so let's see how long it is, shall we? So by my reckoning, it is, just shy of 30 inches, 76 centimetres. So I've got 57 nails in it. I pre-screwed the holes and then hammered them in. I ended up having to change the square block that the nails have gone into because the 1x1 was just a bit flimsy. So that's about, let me tell you how square that is. That is 3 centimetres, 30mm, which is about 1¼ inches. Don't know where I got it from. I could do with some more of that because that's really good wood. It's much better than the other stuff I've got. But I've not got all the nails level, but I'm not bothered. I'll show you the length of my nails. These are the nails I've used. 2 inch, and I got a 500 gram bag for £1.99 in Charlie's. I could have done with different nails, better nails, but I think these will do for now. And we'll see how we get on. I can always take them out with pliers and start again. But just to make a quick scarf, it's going to be ideal. So I'll just show you me putting the rest in. As you can see, I've done most of that side now. I've just got this bit to do. So I'm just going to carry on with this. There's about 20 nails to put in and then I'm done. So I've got a block of wood underneath just to support it. And I'm doing them a ½ inch apart. And I'm using my tape measure to measure. I could mark them with a pencil, but I've just found this easier. Right, so that's that done, and now it's ready for weaving on. So that's that done. It's tall, it's 7 foot tall. I think when weaving on it, you're probably better using it at the table or using it on its side. You could use it on its side, not a problem. If you can rest it on something. But yeah, I think that'll be a great scarf loom. You don't have to do it as big as I've done it. I just couldn't be bothered cutting up the timber. And I wanted to use what I had. So in the next vlog, I think what we'll do is we'll get our yarn, we'll warp it up, and we'll get weaving on it and get it working. So yeah, very pleased with it. Very pleased indeed. Right, I think that's it for me for today. I've had a banging headache all day today because I didn't sleep very well last night, and I think I'm going to leave it there for today. I'm going to go and start the tea and get ready for my husband to come home. So I've just got one job left to do, and that's go and do the perspex on the chicken run before Storm Agnes comes tomorrow. I'm sorry it's not been very much in my vlog today, but as I say, I've had a headache today, so I've not been up to much. I've just really sat down more than I would normally, so yeah, not much to show you. So anyway, I'm going to go and get on with the rest of my day. I've got to go and do the tea, got to go and sort out the chickens ready for Storm Agnes, and I've got to finish securing all the stuff in the yard. So I'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your day, enjoy the rest of your evening, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care, bye for now, bye bye.